Hello YouTube, this is Trinet here with another Kaijudo deck profile. This is the list I was playing near the end of those last series of videos, the red, green, blue ramp deck. Let's just get into the deck list. It starts with 3 Razor Hides, 2 Sprouts, 3 Karate Carrots, 3 Bronze Arm Tribes, 3 Chief Mini Tribes as far as the ramp goes. There's a lot of just ways to accelerate your mana in this deck, as you saw in the first game where I did pretty poorly. I got to 10 mana on turn 6 and then just died because I had no plays. I think adding the red fixed that a little, and I'll explain why later. There's 3 Essence Elves. While they're not necessarily that good in this deck, they help the Chief Many Tribes act as a ramp spell, whereas otherwise he wouldn't. It's better than the alternative, which is, I think, the Insect guy, the 2000 guy. For the blue cards, we have 3 Spy Missions, 3 Logo Scan. These are very important because they're using so many cards that just go to the mana zone immediately. The Logo Scan and Spy Mission help you refill your hand. It minimal cost because of how much mana you have. Late game, they're the best draws in your deck. Early game, you want to play them early so you have a bunch of cards to kill them with. Otherwise, you just fizzle with a bunch of ramp in your hand and 10 mana and 0 cards. For blockers, we have 2 Frogzuka and 1 Florigomanta. I have not tested this deck against Rush, and I don't ever want to. I don't think that's a very good matchup. I haven't tested it. It might not be as bad as it seems in theory, but in theory it seems absolutely horrible with only 3 blockers. For green Shield Blasts, we have 2 Return to Soil and 3 Root Traps. They're good. When you get enough mana, the 1-for-1s are helpful because it lets you get rid of their blockers or whatever guy is threatening game on you. Return to Soils help deal with Aqua Essentials, which are a little tricky to deal with for this kind of deck. And then for the red cards, if you noticed in the first video, I didn't have any red cards in the deck, so it was just, my only win condition was really Terra Dragon and Bronze Arm Tribe Beatdown, which is not the most ideal win condition. So I added in 7 red cards, which is basically a splash. I didn't know how well this would work, but since there's 3 Spy Missions and 3 Logo Scans, it actually ended up working fairly well. So I'm playing 3 Gilliflame the Assaulter, 1 Bolt Tail Dragon, and 3 Tornado Flame. This serves 2 purposes. The first 4 red cards here give me another win condition, so I'm not just Terra Dragon or bust. I actually have ways to kill them with Gilliflames and Bolt Tail Dragons, just take out the rest of their shields and attack them with Bronze Arm Tribes in the early game. And the Tornado Flames give me extra Shield Blasts, whereas blue's kind of lacking on the good Shield Blasts. They have Ice Blade and Veil Vortex, both of which are pretty mediocre compared to something like Tornado Flame, which deals with just about everything. So, as far as this deck goes, I think it has really good matchups against Control, as ramp decks usually do in Magic. Just because you end up playing a bigger game than them faster. Versus aggro decks, I don't know how this... I don't think this would win very well. I'm pretty sure this has a bad matchup against the red-green Rush deck that I posted earlier. Yeah. Oh, and check out Serious Hydrospy, also known as Serious Treeborn Frog, or if you know him in person, Paul Clark. He posted a great video on how to play Kaijudo if you're interested. I should have put this at the beginning of the video, but I'll put it at the beginning of the next video as well. So if you're interested in getting into the game, he posted a very good tutorial on how the game works and how to play. So, until next time, see ya.